Death is but a doorway, and love holds the key. Edgar Cayce. His murmured in a trance, his words piercing the veil between worlds. Have you ever felt it, that shiver in an empty room, the air thick with unseen presence, as if someone you loved still lingers? This isn't your mind playing tricks. It's a spiritual truth. Cayce's visions unveiled the boundary separating us from those who have passed is fragile, woven of emotion and memory, thinner than a whisper. The departed don't vanish. They watch, they feel. They remain tethered to us by bonds that defy the grave. This mystery isn't about ghosts or restless spirits. It's about love that endures beyond the physical, about souls who stay not to haunt, but to protect. Cayce taught that consciousness survives death, transforming into a state where memories, identities, and emotional connections persist. The departed perceive us not through eyes, but through the radiant energy of our souls, what ancient mystics called the aura. Time in their realm bends to the pulse of feeling, grief, joy, longing, creating bridges across dimensions. When you weep, when you celebrate, when you stand at life's turning points, they are there witnessing your heart's truth. Consider the chill of recognition when a familiar scent drifts unbidden, or when a cherished object shifts as if touched by unseen hands. These are no accidents. Cayce's prophecy reveals that love forges pathways between worlds, allowing the departed to draw near in moments of emotional intensity. A mother's warmth comforts her grieving child. A friend's presence hums during a quiet reflection. These connections pulse in places of memory, old homes, worn jewelry, preserved rooms where energetic imprints act as conduits for their return. Why do they watch? What do they see in your struggles and triumphs? And how does their presence shape the life you're living now? This truth, Cayce insisted, is not for fear, but for awakening. The departed observe because love cannot be severed, not by death, not by time. If you felt a loved one's nearness in your darkest hour, you've glimpsed this reality. Their watching is a reminder you are never alone. If these words stir a memory your soul carries, stay with us. This isn't just a story. It's a return to what you've always known. Your grief feels like a wound, raw and unending. But what if it's a doorway to connection? Sarah sat in her childhood home, her mother's absence, a heavy silence. In her deepest sorrow, she felt a warmth like a gentle hand on her shoulder. The air shifted, she said. It was her emotion, her love. You've known this, haven't you? That moment when a room feels alive, when a familiar fragrance, your father's cologne, your sister's perfume appears without cause, or when a cherished object like a pair of reading glasses is found arranged just as they left it. These are not illusions, but echoes of a presence that never left. Edgar Cayce called this the continuity of consciousness, a profound truth. The departed retain their essence, their memories, their love. They don't see as we do through eyes bound by light. They perceive your energy, your emotions, your soul's luminous blueprint, what mystics name the aura. A 2023 Pew Research Center study revealed that 41% of Americans have sensed a loved one's presence after death, a statistic that mirrors what spiritual traditions have long taught. The departed are drawn to us when emotions peak, grief, joy, or quiet remembrance, thinning the veil between worlds. Think of Maria, who lost her father. After his funeral, she found his reading glasses folded with one arm open exactly as he always left them, though no one in the house had touched them. Or the husband who felt his late wife beside him at every family birthday, her presence as vivid as the candles flicker. These moments occur in spaces of memory. Old family homes, preserved bedrooms, worn jewelry, where emotional imprints linger like fingerprints on the soul. Your longing, your tears act as beacons, inviting their nearness across dimensions. This watching isn't intrusive. It's protective, a continuation of the love they lived. A mother guards her children from beyond. A husband shields his wife. A friend offers silent strength. They see your tears, hear your laughter, witness your struggles, not to judge, but to love. Cayce taught that emotional intensity creates pathways, especially in liminal states. Jennifer felt her husband in the hypnagogic space between wakefulness and sleep, his presence as real as her own breath. It's when my mind quiets, she said, that I feel him most. These connections are reciprocal. The departed communicate through subtle signs, a song on the radio at the perfect moment, unexplainable orbs in a wedding photo, or objects moved with purpose. Daniel, who lost his brother, saw such orbs in his wedding pictures where his brother swore he'd be. He kept his promise, Daniel said. Your thoughts of them are invitations, energetic threads they follow. When you recall a loved one, you send a signal and they respond, often in dreams or synchronicities that feel too precise to be chance. But this isn't just about their presence. It's about your healing. Emily, who lost her teenage son, felt him most when she laughed again after months of grief. It was like he was saying, "Be happy, Mom," she recalled. The departed celebrate your growth, your return to joy, because their love seeks your freedom, not your sorrow. They linger in moments of vulnerability, not to bind you to pain, but to guide you through it. Maria, a mother of 3, heard her late husband's voice during a snowstorm. Slow down now. Seconds later, a truck skidded where they would have been. His love, his protection transcended death. Your emotions, even your pain, are not weaknesses, they're portals. The departed perceive your heart's truth, seeing beyond the masks you wear. This unconditional witnessing is their gift, a love that holds you in your rawest moments. If something in this touches a memory you didn't know you carried, you're not alone. Subscribe to this channel not just for content, but for clarity. We explore soul truths others fear to voice. Your path is just beginning. What does it mean to be seen by those beyond the veil? Carl Jung wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The departed in watching you are transformed just as you are by their presence. Their observation is not passive, but an active thread in your journey and their evolution. They linger not merely from attachment, but from purpose, to protect, to guide, to witness the echoes of their lives in yours. This is love's alchemy, binding worlds through intention and energy." Cayce taught that the departed perceive us through our aura, the soul's luminous energy, a language of emotion and essence beyond physical senses. Thomas, a scientist who glimpsed this during a near-death experience, described it as a complete knowing, a perception, unbound by eyes or ears. "I didn't see or hear, I simply knew," he said. This echoes Vedanta's teaching that consciousness is eternal, unbound by time's linear chain. A grandmother gone before your wedding may still witness your vows. A father lost too soon may stand at your graduation. In their realm, time bends to love's resonance, allowing them to be present for your pivotal moments. Quantum physics offers a parallel, suggesting multiple dimensions separated by vibrational frequency. The departed exist at a frequency we rarely perceive, yet meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection aligns us closer to theirs. Jennifer felt her husband in the stillness before sleep when her mind's noise faded. "It's like tuning a radio," she said. "I find his station." Cayce emphasized that thoughts of the departed create vibrations that reach them instantly, a beacon across dimensions. When you remember a loved one with love, you invite their nearness, as Emily found when she felt her son's joy and her laughter after grief. This connection serves mutual purposes. Some spirits linger to resolve unfinished business, unspoken apologies, unforgiven wounds. James dreamed repeatedly of his estranged father offering a box, a symbol of explanation. "I realized he was asking for forgiveness," James said. Through understanding, he freed them both. Others watched to see their purpose endure. Dr. Samantha Collins, a researcher who passed before her work's fruition, was felt by her partner during their breakthrough. She was there in the lab, he said, satisfied her work was complete. Their witnessing is a continuation of their life's meaning. Viktor Frankl, who found purpose in suffering, taught that love transcends annihilation. The departed embody this, their love, unbroken by death. Perhaps the departed in observing you are the universe loving itself through your story. They guide subtly through intuitive nudges or synchronicities. Robert, a business executive, felt his late mentor's wisdom during an ethical dilemma, not as a voice, but as clarity. He couldn't claim as his own. "It was his advice alive in me," he said. The departed also witness your healing. Elena, who lost her daughter, felt her presence when she returned to painting their shared passion. She was beside me, approving, Elena said. This mutual healing frees them as it frees you, a closure that celebrates life's continuation. They see beyond your struggles to your soul's larger pattern, offering compassion for your human limits. This perspective invites you to live with purpose, knowing your choices ripple across dimensions. Your comments aren't just feedback, they're echoes from other souls. Share yours below. Someone else may need it more than you know. We explore truths that awaken the heart. If you're ready to remember, click subscribe. Your soul's journey is calling. Cayce's visions unveil a truth the departed don't haunt, they accompany. Their watching is not a shadow of the past, but a celebration of love's eternal now. You don't need mystic powers to feel them. Notice the warmth in a cold room, the song on the radio at the perfect moment, the dream so vivid, it lingers like truth. Patricia heard her husband's song when her daughter announced her pregnancy, then again on their anniversary. The timing was too perfect, she said. These are their whispers, love piercing the veil. Speak to them in your heart or aloud. They hear your grief, your joy, your quiet remembrance and vibrations that bridge worlds. Elizabeth's visitation dream of her radiant mother was no illusion but a certainty. Relationships transform, never end. She told me she sees me caring for Dad. Elizabeth said, live with this awareness. Let it shape your choices, not from fear, but from knowing those who love you witness your unfolding story. Robert, who lost his father young, found strength in this. I want him proud of the man I'm becoming, he said. What if death isn't an end but a shift? What if you're never alone? The departed watch with perfect love, untainted by earthly fears. Their presence invites you to live boldly, to heal, to love without restraint. Dr. James Hartford, a grief counselor, said grief is love with nowhere to go. By acknowledging their presence, you give that love a path, transforming pain into connection. This isn't just a channel, it's a return. Welcome back to what you always knew. Subscribe now and join our community of seekers exploring existence's deeper mysteries.